I'm Woody Arntz, and I am the Executive Director of an organization called the Gathering the Mountain Eagles. We're an IRS-recognized tax-exempt charity who has as its mission to take young Americans from the military, active duty, retired, or they are just veterans, and put them in situations in which we can challenge them to do things that they didn't think maybe they could do after their injury. We also take time and effort to thank them for their service in a variety of ways. I think you'll see more of what we do on the video that follows this. Also wanted to mention that we take spouses, in many cases the wives of these young Americans who are instrumental in their recovery, and we think that it's important to include them in our trips. We've taken 291 so far over the past 6 years that we've been in existence, and we'd like to take even more. Over 30,000 Americans have been injured in wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, so we're just scratched the surface, but the more that we can get to, hopefully we can help. I want also to thank, from the bottom of my heart, and the organization that I represent, the individuals who have already contributed to this campaign so far. Thank you very much for what you've already done. And also especially to Glenn and Kurt Hubbard, who together have led a group of very talented musicians in putting together the album that you see on the website called Put It on the Slate. They are outstanding individuals, all of them, and we thank them. We thank them for everything that they've done for us and for those soldiers and wives who have given so much to our country. Thank you very much.
I used to be a 13 Bravo cannon crew member, section chief.
I was a combat medic in 3rd Armored Cavalry Regiment.
I suffer from depression.
PTSD, traumatic brain injury, gunshot wound, and back injuries.
I have post-traumatic stress disorder really bad, and it causes me not to want to do anything, want to stay locked up.
When you're in the military, you're in a family. It's a military family. When you are out of the military, you're kind of lost because you don't have that family anymore.
It's gratifying that people out there care about these young Americans that have served their country and deserved a little bit of relaxation, a little bit of a challenge, and a whole lot of thanks.
Since I've been here, I haven't even thought 1 minute about depression.
For me, this has just been a great experience, just to be able to get out, spend time with friends, and my wife.
These outings help my husband. And when we come back from these outings, for those couple or 3 days, I see a part of my husband that I haven't seen in 10 years. I see the man that I married, not the man that came back from Iraq. And believe me, those are two totally different people.
In 1988, there was a bus accident in Carrollton, Kentucky. Church bus was hit by a drunk driver on the wrong side of the road on the interstate. Everybody in the first 5 rows died, and there were 3 kids per row. And everybody on the left side of the first 4 rows died, except for one. That young girl, 14 years old, was my daughter. She survived with 3rd-degree burns on 65% of her body, lost her right leg, suffered PTSD, and still suffers today. I was at Fort Knox at the time, and we had such an outpouring, almost unbelievable, from the soldiers at Fort Knox and their families, but soldiers. All the things that they did for us, the wife and I were discussing, is that we needed to do something to pay back. So we just came up with this idea, and we called it Gathering the Mountain Eagles. What we try to do is put them in a situation to where can do things that they've never done before. Injuries, illnesses, sickness, you name it. They challenge themselves, and I just provide the venue to do that.
Just seeing my husband relax and enjoy himself and be around other soldiers that get him instead of being in the general public where he's always on guard is relaxing to me because I'm not having to worry all the time.
It opens me up. I stay closed. I keep stuff bottled up, but I get out here with these guys and Woody is a great. He keeps us laughing. He talks to us when he thinks we're down.
A lot of times it's a lot easier for us to open up and to enjoy ourselves a little bit more. And then the wives can all get to know each other, and it's really good that way that our families can start to get to some sort of normalcy back in our lives.
It is really helping veterans, and you got a lot of veterans who can't afford to do this kind of stuff.
If anybody could help Woody and his organization, the Gathering of Mountain Eagles, people like myself, people like my husband, people like these other couples that are here, and these single soldiers really appreciate it, and that $1 can make a change in someone's life.